Oh wow, lucky. Yeah, even high winds can do a number on places. Or if you get a heavy snowfall while there's still leaves on the tree. Wasn't there like a really bad storm a few years ago? It broke a lot of limbs on trees out east. Okay, so let me go in here. Okay, 5 degrees. It's too cold to do any planting, and I probably can't plant till the last. Well, I hate to say it, but I got nothing to do. So, unfortunately, I think I need to get some animals. Spring. Okay, rain. 1 degree. We're still going to be too cold. So I can plant wheat, barley, and canola, but the ground is too cold. Check the animals out again. Just about time to water them. I'll do a quick save. And let's fast forward a little more. And go into the next day. And of course. Oh. Oh, I know, isn't that crazy? I really hope that they fix that in Farm Sim 19. Because it shouldn't be raining inside. That's kind of silly. I mean, the developers of the Seasons mod, they have something called a snow mask, where it snows all across the scenery, but wherever there's a mask, like inside buildings, no snow accumulates. So you have snow out here, but you don't have it inside. Now, and I wonder if they could have done the same thing with like a rain mask. I know it's only a little thing. It's very minor, but it just adds to the atmosphere, right? Oilseed radish, poplar, grass. I'm gonna head up and give the sheep some water. Oh, there's the cat. He's getting totally drenched. Yeah, they have a cat and a dog on this map. That's hilarious. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, this game here actually came, or sorry, this map actually came with the old one, but I just thought, what the heck, you know what? I gotta upgrade. I played too many farm sim games where I started with just crap stuff, and it's like, no, not this time. Except for the homestead map that I'm doing. It kind of fits there a bit more, I think. Yeah, me too. They're so handy. We got a 2012 F-150 FX4 that we used to pull our trailer, our RV, and it's really nice. It's a 2012, and it's only got like 52,000 kilometers. I just used it for pulling the trailer and picking up stuff from the hardware store, that kind of thing. Yeah, when we went to the it's down here. When we went to the farm auction on Sunday, oops, there's like 20 or 30 pickup trucks out there. It seemed like everybody out here has a pickup truck. It's kind of funny. I think I can use the truck to operate the water trailer. Let's try it. Sweet, so they should be good then. Wool distillate, man, it's taking a long time. Disconnect. Now. Oh, sweet. Our main commute vehicle is a Ford Escape, but oh my god, it's horrible on fuel. Just awful. Now where do I pick up the wool? Oh, right here. Man, that's taking a long time. Well, I guess for a sheep, it would take a while. Yeah, I think on a tank of gas we get about 350 kilometers for 50 liters. Oh, steering wheel won't go all the way. Come on. Oh, get over there. My full-size pickup even gets better mileage, believe it or not. Yeah, no kidding. I'm driving with one hand and I'm using the keyboard with the other. And I think I gotta turn here. Yes, I don't know. Sometimes it's easier to use the keyboard to drive. Sometimes it's easier to use the steering wheel. I should be able to go this way and then to the left, because there's the farm up ahead. Don't have potatoes quite yet. Don't have the equipment. But man, I couldn't imagine doing one of these fields in potatoes. A farm that we pass on the way to work every day, actually, I noticed last year it had a potato field, a small potato field, and it had the exact same rows that you see in the game here. They were kind of that weird square shape, and there's like four of them in these rows or columns. And a little bit later on, I actually saw a potato harvester, and it was just like the one in the game. That was so cool to see. It was like, wow, I've used that in the game, and my wife just gives me a weird look. I think Arthur probably knows that look very well. It's spring. I'm gonna keep this open. On that video that I was watching, he was saying that he picked up Farm Sim 15. He got it like Friday at 3 or something, and he was playing it into the late night, and his wife was giving him crap. And I can totally understand that. I have to say that low. Okay, so that's taken care of. Advance time a little bit, going to the next day. Man, I'm really itching to get planting. Excuse me. One thing they say to do with the seasons mod in the winter also is to do timber, do forestry. But I don't really see much forestry out here, and I'm really not set up for forestry. I don't have any implements. I'm trying to upgrade my field and transportation equipment first. But that's one thing that my wife and I are hoping to do too. Once we get this micro farm up and running, is work spring, summer, and fall, and maybe in the winter take up to 2 months off, kind of thing, until you're ready to plant, to plant inside the seeds for next year's harvests or plantings. So that would be kind of nice. Oh boy. Oh man, come on. Oh, drink time. Oh, man, that's quite the rest. Oh, here we go. Nice. 8 degrees. That is good. Okay, so I can plant everything except for soybeans or corn, which that's fine. I'll probably do soybeans again like I did in the summer. That'll be my summer activity. And then, so I got wheat, barley, and canola. Excuse me. I can't do corn. I don't have the header. Perfect. Okay. So go to here. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to do wheat, barley, barley and canola again, and then I'll do 2 fields of soybeans, just like last time. So let's go have a look at field 11. I'll take the Massey Ferguson out. It's got the biggest capacity. Now, I need to cultivate, but I want to sow at the same time. Oops. There. Okay, let's head down. Excuse me. Head down to field 11. Actually, before... Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not set up for that. Man, the equipment for that, the price is just crazy. I'll do a repair. 142. Oil and spark plugs changed. That cat just kills me. And there's a dog in the front yard. It'd be kind of cool if they got them together and had the dog chasing the cat. Don't know where he went. Oh, he's just standing there. Figures. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, we had a bit of a problem with our cat in a good sense that we came home 2 nights in a row and we found that it found a mouse and it was dead on the floor. It found two of them and then that was it. So it's kind of nice to know that our cat's a mouser as well. Don't know where the heck that happened, where that came from. Our neighbors were complaining about that a couple of years ago that they had mice, but we've been here like 8 years now and we've never had a problem until last year, and we haven't had a problem since. Okay, so let's get the right. Okay, we got wheat. We're down. Let me set this up. Turn it on. Now let's see if I can do this from the cab. Oh, you wouldn't actually kill it. Just play with it. Good. Now let me jump out and get the analyzer. And yes, there's the green manure. 33%, 29% rain, wheat, and zero. Okay, excellent. This tool is so cool. And we're still on. Gonna do a couple of headland rows up here. That should be good. Yeah, we had a scare up here, oh god, about 20 years or so ago with the hantavirus in deer mice. So I'm a little bit leery about mice in general now because of that. I don't like killing things, but I mean, ugh, I don't know. When it comes to you know to viruses and all that sort of thing, I'd rather play it safe. I hate to say it. Oops. There we go. And one thing I'd like to see too in this game is when you're doing your fields, I'd love to see the farmers next to you working in their fields as well, whether they're spraying, harvesting. Don't just come out here the next morning and have the crop all gone. But it'd be cool to see the an AI person on a tractor actually working in the field while you're out here working. I think that would add so much to the game. Or have it such that you can have a multiplayer map where you have. Oops, that was a big oopsie. I'll put that on one for a bit. I left the timer set to 120 for winter. That's why it's getting dark already. So I just put it down to one just to offset a little bit. Got to remember that. But yeah, or as I was saying, yeah, have a multiplayer map where instead of you working one person's field, each person can take a farm, for example, and work it. So you're out there in the same map, working different fields, kind of thing. I think that would even be kind of cool. Something different to try. And you should also have the option of if the other farmer needs help, he can ask you, and you can go over and work his farm. That would be kind of cool. Realistic too, I think. Yeah, this does seem And I think it actually does rise and set on the opposite sides of the map too, which is cool. Yeah, I'm totally gonna mess this up. And I really have to laugh too because I also do American Truck Simulator. And before I got my RV for the first time, it's a 26-foot trailer, and I've never towed anything in my life basically. I drove American Truck Simulator quite a bit just to try to help out kind of thing. And you know what? It really, really did help. It it was amazing. I backed our trailer into a couple of spots in a couple of sites that we went to, and the guy was ready to come out and give me a hand, and then he had a look and he said, "You've done this before, didn't you?" And I said, "Actually, no, it's my first time, but I do a lot of simulator driving," and he just laughed. So if you ever do any trailer stuff, I highly recommend ATS for that. And not just that, it also gave me an excuse to play because I told my wife I have to practice for the RV season. It worked. That should be good. Oops, drop down and do this one. I'll clean that up at the end. No, she's actually pretty good about me gaming. I tell her that gaming is a stress relief for me, and I sort of like what Arthur was saying in his 2015 videos about he doesn't want to go through the grind because it's so stressful. He has a stressful life. He wants to come here to relax and enjoy things. Oh, cool. Yeah, I was kind of the same way actually, and I do have. Yeah, that really helps. But I try and do things that she enjoys as well. So it's just to try to balance things. Yeah, you have to have that balance. I think that's so important. Otherwise, it's just not fair. But yeah, I've actually got Euro Truck Simulator as well, but I haven't tried it yet. Um, it looks pretty good. The trucks look good. The maps look really good. Just haven't gotten into it yet. There's so many things to play. I mean, I'm playing Arma 3 again, getting back flying helicopters, which I love doing, and then I'm getting back into State of Decay. I did some of that last night. Awesome, awesome zombie game. I guess State of Decay 2 is coming out soon, and that looks just phenomenal. And I want to get back doing ATS. I want to get back doing DCS flight sim and stuff. And oh my god, way too many things to do. Yeah, no kidding. But for me now, it's kind of good because I can use these as stress relievers. So, and I am trying to do more gaming during the day because of that. But I'm trying to stream at night too, though, just to try to be on when other players are on, kind of thing. But I don't think playing farm sim is going to draw too many people in. I think at one time I had like four people on here watching, and then it would constantly drop back down to two or one, and nobody really talks in chat. They just come and watch. But that's okay. Yeah, exactly. A lot of times I'll be sitting here surfing, and I'll put on a stream If Arthur's on, I'll watch him, or I might just watch a World of Tanks stream and have it as background noise kind of thing. Not watching, but not really watching, and that's cool. It helps them out, and it's relaxing. So yeah, it's all good. It was funny. Arthur was on last night, and I asked him at the very end, "Would you mind if I do a practice host?" And he said, "Yeah." So I did, and it actually popped up. That was so cool. It said Tracer001 is hosting uh, Arthur's channel, or whatever, VBLU guitar. That was so cool. I wanted to practice that first just to see if it was going to work and what it would do, kind of thing. Again, it's all part of that, learning the routine sort of thing. I'd rather make a mistake, or make a goof up with someone that I know. Oh, I can never do these damn corners very good. It always looks goofy at the end. So I think I might just do that little swing turn. That way there it stays square. I seem to have missed a spot last time. So, stupid question. How do you feel about watching a streamer play Farm Sim? Do you prefer in-cab, or do you prefer the external view? The reason I ask is because Arthur was saying that a lot of his streamers a lot of his viewers prefer him playing out of cab. Yeah, that's. I mean, here I find that a little bit easier using the keyboard and mouse. It does give a different perspective. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hear you. Like for me, I prefer driving this way until, say. Oh no, I was just asking just a general question kind of thing. I'm just trying to get a feel. Like coming up for here, for example, if I was going to turn and it's complicated, I find it much easier doing it like this, because I can get a better. I don't I don't get as good of a reference by driving inside, kind of thing, and then switch to here, and then just make sure I'm lined up. Like there, I think I missed. Oops. No, there's parts of these fields that you can't work for some reason, and I don't know why that is. They just stay like they're in the plowed state. I sort of see this more as the sim side kind of thing, driving this way, or if I'm hooking up, actually look back and down. Oops, get that lined up again. There we go. So yeah, if I was doing this as a YouTube video, this is the part where I'd probably fast forward through most of this stuff. I think a lot of YouTubers do a little bit at the beginning, do a couple of rows. They either skip through or they fast forward to the end, and then they get back into the the talking and the doing the different activities. But when you're streaming, it's kind of hard. Like, could you imagine sitting here through four big fields just doing this, or worse yet, doing plowing? Oh my God, that's painful. Excuse me. Yeah, so I'm sort of staggering my plowing. I plowed this field last harvest, last fall. So next harvest, I'll probably do the field 10, I believe it is. Just so that way there I'm not plowing all the time for one fall. I'll alternate so I have something to do that fall kind of thing. And one of the guys that I on my YouTube channel that I linked to as a what are they called, preferential channel or something like that, preferred channel. He actually has a 10-part series on the seasons mod. Farmer Klein is his name, and he goes into a lot of detail about it. And his last one, I think it's number 9, he talks about excuse me, about using how to actually use the time advancer. Right now it's set to 1. You can set the acceleration up to 5, 15, and he says that a field like this should basically take you maybe a day to do. So you want to try and set your timer so that by the time you're done the field, you're at the right time kind of thing. Otherwise, if you leave it on 1 all the time, I could basically do all my fields in 1 day, and then I have 5 days of nothing to do. So that this way here, you try and pick a time. I've been doing 5, and that seems to be working except for the winter, where I can get everything done by the last day of spring or last day of summer kind of thing. So it's kind of a challenge that way too, working the clock, as opposed to again vanilla farm sim where you just do everything in 1 day. Even though it was getting boring, I still found it very addictive. There's just something about farms and tractors that just, I don't know, so cool. We're looking at getting a tractor, but it's going to be a two-wheeled tractor. BCS, I believe it's a 853. It's basically used for cultivating 30-inch crops. Sorry, 30-inch beds. Try going the other way. Oops. Yeah, and the next piece of equipment I got to buy for our pre-farm garden kind of thing is a flame weeder. I'm gonna actually try and flame all my garden beds to kill the weeds, cover them with a tarp, and then I believe you flame again and then plant, and that's supposed to really help with weed suppression. We had a lot of thistle last year in our grass, and I was looking at YouTube videos on how to kill weeds kind of thing, and I did see one guy that he was back there with a butane torch, and I just laughed thinking this guy's crazy. Why would you want to use flame on weeds? But supposedly you don't need to actually burn the weed. You just need to damage the internal cells enough so that it dies on its own. So all you have to do is just heat it up basically. Yeah, no, I'm totally serious. Flame weeding. Google it. You'll find something. I'm 100% positive. I couldn't believe it. The ones for the guys that do the kind of farming that we want to get into, they have a two-wheeled rig that connects to like a 20-pound propane tank, and it's got four nozzles on it. So you can basically do an entire 30-inch bed in one go kind of thing. But I'm looking for just a handheld that connects, again, it connects to a 20-pound tank, but it's only got one nozzle. Yeah, I never would have guessed that in a million years. I was always getting down there with the hand weeder, pulling them, and then supposedly after a couple of years they just die out on their own. But man, they kept on coming back. And up here in Canada, we're not allowed to use any real potent chemicals on our lawns anymore. We get all this eco green crap, and it's basically just water with a little bit of detergent. It seems doesn't really seem to kill that much. Yeah, I didn't either. Oops, bit more focus. Yeah, I didn't either actually. And they supposedly work very well too. And then we got to buy a couple of tarps, um, because you want to flame them, and then you want to let the weeds that are there germinate. They come up, and supposedly being in complete darkness kills them as well. I'll grab that at the end. Yeah, because that's one thing I'm trying to learn now is all these little tips and tricks to streamline the process. Because I don't want to be out working in the field all day if I don't have to. I don't mind doing hard work, but I don't want to do work for just the sake of doing work. One of the guys that I bought his book and I watch a lot of his videos. Curtis Stone, the urban farmer. He talks about building in really good processes for your farm so that you can work smarter, kind of thing, more efficient. And I really like that idea. Oh, just let me toss something up here and just see if this works or not. I'm gonna throw this timer up. Tell me if you can see this. Oops. Is that working for you by any chance? Oh, cool. Let me just stop it. I noticed that Zevin uses something like this in World of Tanks quite a lot, and it'd be kind of nice if I ever needed to take a break and I actually had other than yourself, if I had people um, watching, I wouldn't just take off and they'd have no idea what's going on. Kind of a respect thing. Not that I'm gonna need it anytime soon. Because probably with two or three or four people watching, all you need to say is, "Hey guys, I'll be back." Bio break kind of thing. Oh yeah, one thing I tried too. I'm not sure if I mentioned before, but there's a mod out there for mirrors. I actually gave that a try on the homestead map, and it really didn't work all that well. It looked like it was just a mirror slapped on top kind of thing, and I could move it, but once I started to move it, it would just jam in the most extreme position of the direction that I was turning. It's a cool idea because I really wish that you could adjust these mirrors a bit better so that they're more usable. I was kind of hoping that at some point they would have put a patch out for that, but nothing ever came out. They must be busy doing other development on 19 probably. Yeah, no kidding. It's just like getting into my wife's SUV after she's driven it. She's quite a bit taller than me. She's 6'2", so I always have to adjust the mirrors so I can actually see out, kind of thing. It's kind of comical, but the same idea here. Yeah, and we're good for there. And this is my smallest field, I think. Holy crap. Yeah, I think Straswell, I got about another 9 minutes before I gotta shut this down. I gotta go hang with my wife for a little bit before she goes to bed. I've been on now, I think, for about almost an hour and a half, which is cool. I'll probably come back on and I might go watch a World of Tanks streamer. I'm trying to get motivated to get back into that to actually hit the battle button, but oh, I don't know. Oh no, thank you for stopping by. You're definitely making it very very interesting, and it's really getting cool. It's cool getting to know new people from different parts of the world, kind of thing. And I saw you a lot on Arthur's stream. We interacted a little bit, so it's cool. Thank you. If you ever start streaming, you'll have please let me know. I'll definitely swing by as well. Take another row off here. Well, so far I guess my mainstream has been Farm Sim. I want to get into Arma 3 again. I love the infantry simulator. Um, when I was in Shack Tactical, it was a group that played Arma 2, and when you're in there playing with them in a game, there's like up to 100 guys all connected, and you're playing these company-sized battles, and the immersion level is just amazing. And if you're ever interested in that sort of stuff, look up something called Shack Tac, or the guy's name is Dyslexy. The videos that he puts out, oh my God, it's amazing. It's so incredible. But I just couldn't do the time commitment. They want you to be on weekly, every Saturday night, and Saturday nights sometimes are kind of hard for me because that's our movie night sort of thing. But yeah, I want to get back into Arma 3, uh, get with a more casual group of guys maybe, and then the same thing with I'm not sure if you're into zombie sort of stuff, but State of Decay, I'm doing that. I'm doing that again too now. That's a fantastic zombie game, and I might even try and get into a bit of ATS, American Truck Simulator, and spin around. And I would like to stream World of Tanks because that's a bit more popular online. But oh, I'm still on my break from World of Tanks. I just had enough from the last time, so I just had to just walk away. I get like that with that game though. You know, I play it like crazy, and then I just get sick of it, and I come back to it, and I gotta just maybe now that I'm streaming, I'm doing different games. Maybe I'll do what Arthur does, have like a Tuesday night tank night, and just stream tanks Tuesday night, and don't play it the rest of the week. Oh, some of those teams just drives you crazy. And I know I'm part of the team sort of thing. I'm an okay player. I'm at like a 50.6 win rate. I mean, I can hold my own, a bit too aggressive at times, but there's no way in hell it's my fault that we're down 8 players in the first 4 minutes. Just some of those teams. Oh, I'd much rather have games, going down to the wire. It really gets crazy when you start getting lopsided wins like 15-2, 15 to 3. It's like, what's the point? But yeah, I think Arthur's doing World of Tanks tomorrow night, so maybe I'll sync up and I'll do some at the same time. I was there too at 49% when I first started, and once I figured out um, once I figured out, I guess, how to play better, side scrape, be a little bit less aggressive, stay near friends, the win rate did go up, but I do solo all the time, so it's kind of hard to get it up past where I'm at now. I've been trying to get to 51, but oh boy, it's just so hard. And I've been doing a lot of light tanks as well, which I really enjoy because I'm trying to work up to the bat chat, and I finally got the bat chat. Was it the bat chat 25 AT, and that's a pretty sweet tank. But again, once you've clipped out, unless you have friends nearby, you're basically dead meat. What are you driving with mediums? I basically grounded the British line and the Soviet 140 line. I was thinking on doing the Pershing next, tier 8. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's when I actually have to buy and start grinding. But but I was told that that wasn't a very good tank. Is that true? I know in World War II, like in the real world, it was a very good tank for its day. But when you put those against IS-4s and IS-7s and tanks like that, it's just they're way too outclassed. Power creep, yeah, yeah. That sounds a lot like my IS-6. I used to love driving that, but it's like, what's the point? If you have to fire gold rounds out of a premium, you're really not doing much. I heard, and I don't know if this is true, but Wargaming is talking about getting rid of premium matchmaking tanks altogether. And what they're going to do is get rid of premium matchmaking, but buff like the IS-6 for example, so that it can actually fire and penetrate just like a non-premium. I wonder what kind of outrage that's going to cause. I actually liked the Super Pershing. I never got to drive it before the nerf, but I always found it pretty good, as long as you didn't get too close. Oh yeah, no kidding. Every time that I'm driving that thing, my front's always getting penned. But what I had to do is keep my engagement distances longer and be around friends. And if I saw an engagement that wasn't right, I would just move. I would just relocate or go more into a supporting role. Even tier 9s. I still think that the front of that tank should be a lot more stronger than what it is. And I think they recently buffed the penetration too, if memory serves.